Hello, everyone. Hello, boys and girls. Thank you for. Oh, that's better. So much more mysterious. Thank you for bearing with me. Welcome to the program. This is City After Dark, and I must say, it is almost my birthday. My birthday is on Saturday, and I reminisce. When it's your birthday, you start to reminisce about when you were a child. And in my room, I swear to God, for whatever reason, I think my mother bought it from IKEA. I slept on a twin bed with a wood frame, but underneath it was a trundle bed. It was a bed that would pull out underneath. It was a trundle, as they say. It was a delightful thing. So a friend slept over or something, or my grandmother. You would pull the bed out, I didn't really have that many friends. I didn't really have that many people sleep over to warrant the trundle bed. So then for years, I don't know, I just put posters and shit underneath, just, like a normal under the bed thing. And then one day we just got rid of it. And I never knew who ended up buying that trundle bed. Anyway, sorry, that just popped into my head. This is City After Dark. I am RJ City. Let's get through the chat a little first because it is already popping. Karen said, good morning. How are you today? You paid your tax as per Justin Duke's request. You liked my video, and thank you for doing that. Ty said, good evening. Good evening to you. That's a Limericks lake, and I happen to have one as per your emoji. Delightful. Sabrina's using the Limericks emoji with the Andre the Giant emoji. Nice pairing. Bill said, good evening. Morning to Karen, RJ in the lounge. Hope everyone is having a great evening. I'm having a good... Today's been it's been fine. It hasn't been, bad. It's just been all over the place. The schedule has been off and a little bizarre, but I'll explain why in a little bit. Simon said, good evening, evening to you. Howdy, Simon. Body Summer said, I fell asleep, but happy I woke up in time. That's the best way to do it. Go to bed around 8, which is way too early, and then you'll wake up now. Ty said, hello. Jameson said, good evening. Eric is deep into the Hulk Hogan emojis. I'll get it. Bill Alexander said, happy early birthday. RJ, thank you, Bill. That's so sweet of you. Dave said, can I get a cameo from you wishing yourself a happy birthday? I ain't going to say no if you order it, Dave. Ty said, custom stole your birthday present? Not quite. Ty, hang on one moment, please. Tabby said, hello, everyone. Boo, RJ, but also happy upcoming birthday. Thank you, and go to hell. Fresh Prince said, when I was 7, I was out with my mum, and I yelled out when I was holding her hand, I want my mom. I was an evil child. And she renounced all your genetics. That's horrible. You're the man, RJ, said Joel. Thanks. Good evening, Aaron. Good evening, Andrea. Nails is here. Sabrina is here. Dave said, is this a hand sanitizer emoji or a lube emoji? Well, it could be either if you don't mind a little burning. Jack Townsend said, evening, friends. Nails said, oh, I'm excited to see Ty's gift. Andrea said, and happy almost birthday. Here's to many more. First, I would like to I have some items of business to attend to. The first thing I want to announce is that right now, live on the Pro Wrestling Tees website, prowrestlingtees.com/RJ City, I have confirmed it. Boys and girls, you can now buy the first ever official RJ City coffee mug. You can go buy it right now. It's just a picture of my face. It's a giant cutout picture of my face with my little cityscape logo. Erin's writing coffee time. She gets it. ProWrestlingTees.com/RJ City. I'll post the link later. You'll see a thing that says accessories. It's not in the shirt section, obviously. There's a button that says accessories, and you click on it, and it's this wonderful white mug, ceramic, with a black handle and black inside. Ooh. Sabrina said, just take my fucking money. Actually, the profit's not that high in that, to be honest with you. I just want everyone to have my mug. You've sent me all mugs. You keep asking for it, and this is the least I can do, is provide this service. Rowan said, hey, everybody, good evening. Mr. Swoon said, oh, my God, you're going to have to write so many emails tonight. Yes. If you order the mug, I will send you a horribly nasty email because, again, I am a healing shoe. You should not be supporting it. Nail said, everyone, we can get it and drink from it while in our underwear. Tabby said, it's black on the inside to represent RJ's black heart. Yeah, it's black and white, in a sense, to represent perhaps this show. And it's got just a giant face. So in many ways, it's 11 ounces, by the way, which is good enough for an 8-ounce cup of coffee and a little bit more. You want to put a little bit of creamer in it? It's up to you. Dave said, so it's a mug with your mug on it. Mugception? Absolutely. Jack said, is it black to symbolize that you're a heel? No, I'm symbolizing it right now by pointing my finger at the camera. Sabrina said, I love my emails from you. I showed my therapist the last email. I'm sure she fired herself. Christine said, Toronto, I'm not on my knees tonight. I don't know what that means. Aaron says, ooh, classy black interior. Well, happy early birthday to me too then. Yes, Aaron, treat yourself. Fresh Prince said, I want a mug that says, I bought RJ City merch and all I got was this mug. If this mug sells well, they'll let me have more mugs, I'm sure. I just want to outsell Matt Cardona's mugs. That's the important thing. This isn't about me. This is about bringing someone else down. Nail said, Sabrina is framing mine. Fresh Prince said, I want a mug that says, we already did that already. Hunter said, I always measure out exactly 8 ounces of coffee before adding stuff to it. See, that's very good. Tabby said, you're verified. How much Twitter withdrawal did you have today? Okay. So all of a sudden, I went to go post, hey, come watch the show. I went to go tweet, and it wasn't working. And I'm freaking out. I'm like, is it me? I'm trying all different ways to tweet it. Doing my phone, doing my laptop, different Safari, Chrome. It was an ordeal. It turns out today, a bunch of verified Twitter accounts were hacked, like Elon Musk and Bill Gates, and they all tweeted out the same like Bitcoin scam. It's like, click a link and I'll give you twice your money or something. And so Twitter freaked out and they didn't know what to do. So they locked all the verified accounts. So like right before I normally tweet for the show, I couldn't tweet and I freaked out. So I tweeted it all fakakta today. But I mean, everyone's here. I would surmise, right? Most people are here. Yeah, I'd say almost everyone's getting in there. So yeah, thank you for reminding me, Tabby. Bill said, I said this before, but now my coffee will not feel naked anymore. Well, it will be naked because it's just my head and no clothes. So kind of naked. Sam said, happy early birthday. Thank you. Body Slammer said, good news. Possibly wrestling's coming back in Ontario, but it seems there are some rules that are not clear. Let's wait to see. RJ may be back in the ring soon. Who knows? I would say sooner rather than later at this point. We seem to be doing okay, but who knows? Because wrestling was pretty disgusting even before this. I've not done my orders of business. Number 2, just so you know, my channel members knew today. Tomorrow, a brand new video game comes out too. I play the Karate Kid for the Nintendo Entertainment System. And then Friday, although my channel members will get it Thursday, on Friday, it's A Good, the Bad, and the Unknown, which is one of my favorites because it's about Vincent Price. So we have a lot of things coming up. I want to get my cigar. Dave said, what if I drink liquid that isn't coffee from your mug? Is that allowed? You know what? Once you buy it, I don't really give a shit at this point, Dave. You want to put vodka in it? I mean, don't put bleach in it unless you're trying to cure yourself. Fresh Prince said, I had the same issue with my account, which has 133 followers. It's called I Love Scott Waz. Well, go follow Scott Waz. Tabby said, I don't know what to do without the dopamine hits from RJ liking my tweets. Thank you. Bill said, we unverified jabronis were lucky. We're still missing Jessamine, Meanie, and David tonight. You know what? I'm not missing David at all. Fresh Prince said, sorry for the plug. Don't. Go follow him at, what was it? Let me follow. I Love Scott Waz. Rob Velt said, merch idea, line of RJ City kimonos. The ones you wear are impeccable. Well, thank you. I don't know what the markup on that is. Rowan said, Vincent Price with a heart. Jack says, I just tweeted for you. My 12 active followers. My Twitter is back now. So thank you, Jack. But I am good to go. Sabrina already bought the mug. You're a sweet darling and a horrible person. Bill said, oh, Vincent Price. We need a creepy Vincent Price emoji now. I think I'm like 20 members away from my next emoji that I'm allowed to use. Aaron said, yes, the ooh is for Vincent Price. I dug deep. And there's no horror movies at all in my Vincent Price picks, which should tell you a lot. I did some deep digging. I won't talk about it now. I'll give you guys some time. But nevertheless, I have some things. So where are... Oh, there they are. So, yes, now let's get to Ty. Let's talk about Ty. A while ago, she said she sent me these gifts. They were never coming. She was upset. Today, they arrived. Let us go through them and let us thank Ty, even though she told me to ignore her. First is this note. First is this sweet note. Happy birthday. I was going to give you a Grandpa Munster Funko Pop, but you already have it, which is a shame because I could have used 2. He needs a friend. Thanks for ruining that. Go to hell, Ty. Hope you like the random things I have sent you to celebrate your birth. Well, that remains to be seen. The Mad Libs I thought were silly. Maybe we could do a page during a live stream, which is exactly what we're going to do. Or you can do them with your cats. Go to hell, Ty. I hope this doesn't change anything and you still ignore me at the beginning of your stream, Ty. Isn't that a sweet note? Well, I want to say thank you, Ty. It means so much to me that you thought of me on this day. I'm absolutely, absolutely touched. Let's go through these gifts, shall we? First of all, I got these Golden Girls buttons. What's the best way to hold? There you go. There you see the girls. Maybe it's better if I hold them like this. There we go. They're so reflective. I got these, which is so adorable and so sweet and so nice. And then I got this wonderful Ursula Funko Pop. And I think somebody asked me if I had to be a Disney princess or something. I said Ursula. And Ty was obviously taking notes. And that's so sweet of you too. I appreciate that a lot. And then I got this lovely Dorothy Zbornak Pez dispenser, which is really messes with my head because I want some Pez. But then I'm like, I should keep it in the box. The best part is about all these gifts, they're all beautiful pastel colors, and you can't see them because I'm doing this in black and white, which is amazing. You can't see that at all. But no, this Pez dispenser is adorable. It's wonderful beige and teal, like cream colored. It's a limited edition. But so in my head, I'm like, man, I want to use this. I want to use the Pez. You know what I mean? But then there's a part of me that's like, should I keep it in the box? Maybe it's a collectible. It's a limited edition. But then it's also like, if people like them, then, you know, it won't be a limited edition. It's not a big deal. So it's very frustrating. Dave said, I'd say there should be a Funko Pop of RJ, but his head is already big enough. Hey-oh. Thanks, Dave. That's so sweet. And then I got this delightful, which is perhaps what I'm most excited about. This wonderful Rocco's Modern Life shirt. It's in full color, I assure you. It's not black and white at all. Ty, you went above and also beyond. I don't know what happened to your note, but thank you so much for this. And finally, the piece de resistance. See, Tabby said, I have a bit of a Pez dispenser collection. There are a lot that are still sealed up. But, like, what am I going to do? I got to wait 75 years? How old am I going to be before these are realistically worth more than I got them for? What am I going to make? An extra $6? So why don't I just eat the thing and enjoy myself? If you find something that's already rare, then hold on to it. But still, then Ty got me these wonderful Golden Girls Mad Libs. And I thought in lieu, for now, of the Limericks, maybe we should at least do a Mad Libs together. And I will call out what it is, what I'm looking for, and you guys can fill in the blanks. I don't think I need to explain the directions to you. Dave said Pez candy kind of sucks. It does. It's so chalky, and I mean, the mechanism is enjoyable, and that's about it. They had to put somebody's head on it to get you to eat that candy. Imagine if they just sold Pez by itself. They had nothing to do with a head or a dispenser or anything. It was just candy like that. You'd be like, what am I supposed to do with this? They don't taste like the Rockets, the Smarties candies. Neil said, don't know what happened to your note. Oh, Lord. Tabby said, RJ, if you open it up, that makes you a common Matt Cardona. I know. I like to leave things in the box. I'm not a box. Oh, Lord. I think I spilled some of my Limericky Lake. Nevertheless, we're going to veer ahead. Oh, Lord. Oh, that's a mess. See what you made me do, Ty? Everything was fine, and now I have all of this. Oh, God. I'm going to have to wipe it up with the shirt. Ty, you really ruined everything here. Everything was going fine. The keyboard has a little. Oh, man, Ty, this is really. You ruined it. You ruined my whole day, and quite frankly, my whole birthday. Dear Lord. I'm good. I didn't get on any of the electronics, thank God. Lord knows what would have had to happen then, how much wiping I would have done. Ty, really, can you apologize for this? This is ridiculous. Andrea sent a wonderful goldenrod tribute and said, for a birthday weekend, Cobb salad. And I will have one and I will enjoy it. That's so incredibly sweet of you. Thank you, Andrea. And if you like smart writing about weird wrestling, go click on Andrea's stuff and her Twitter. She has a wonderful newsletter and things like that. Are we going to do this? Now that Ty made me spill my drink everywhere, let me have a little bit of it. Oh, God, it's just dripping everywhere. This is a fucking disgrace. Blue Mini said, happy birthday, sir. Again, I will reiterate, it's not my birthday yet, because I'm a mess. Saturday is my birthday, and then Sunday will be like my post-birthday show, and we can see how much I've matured. But thank you. Jackson, he used his shirt. What a heel. She ruined everything. I got a little on my cigar. All right. Oh, Miss Meany, how are you guys watching together? Mrs. Blue Meany said, I grew up in the town over from the Pez factory. You can take tours. I never did, of course, because you're probably too cool. Kids would come to school with a Ziploc bag full of Pez. Yeah, that's what it was. And that's how you had your first experience with LSD. Blue Meany said, just take it with you. Will you? No, I refuse. Jeff said, did you enjoy Sunny Kiss's entrance on AEW? Not really. Sabrina said, what are you doing for your birthday? Probably nothing. What am I going to do? Nobody can't go out right now. We're in the middle. We're in the throes of this. Can't go out. It's horrible. Jack said, boo. Clint said, please forgive her, RJ. I'll try. Nail said, better he used the birthday shirt than the vacuum. Famous among the Barn said, snorting Pez off a compact mirror. Story of my high school. Val said, oh my God, sounds delicious. Bill says, Mr. and Mrs. Blue Meany, welcome. All right, look, can we get to work here, please? Can we get to work? This one's called Welcome to Shady Pines. Okay, I'm going to need an adjective. First person to write an adjective, I will write it down. Let's speed this up a little. I think it's going to take a while. I need an adjective. Anyone, just write an adjective in there. Sticky. We have sticky. Sticky. Now, I need another adjective. Oh, I'll just take the next one. Shady. Shady, I see. Shady. And now I need a plural noun. Of course, a noun is a person, place, or thing, and this would be more than one of them. Raquel said, good evening, RJ. Always looking fabulous. Was there ever a time when you fell in love and realized it was a mistake? Clint says, pen. I'm going to answer this question. What is this question to do this? Pen. Was there a time I fell in? No, but I would say there was times you feel like it's love, and then it turns out not to be. You can have affection for the person. You can have a certain kind of love for them. Maybe not a romantic love. You can also fall out of love with different things like painting or music. You can just tune out of it sometimes. I need a occupation plural. Occupation is, of course, a job, and there's more than one thing. So I wouldn't ever necessarily say it's a mistake. Mugs is not an occupation. When you look at love, I can't believe I'm writing Mad Libs and giving love advice. Doctor, says Dave. Doctors. Oh, another adjective. We need another adjective. But no, I wouldn't say it's a mistake. It's not like you're betting on a horse and you messed up. It's something you don't know. You need time. I feel like love is something that you will truly know the definition of at the end of your life. When you look back, you'll be able to see, because I think it involves that much of someone's time and effort. What did I? Entertainment? Lumpy. Dave is, his fingers are on fire, huh? Lumpy. I need a place. One place. One singular place. Ooh, Paris, said Tabby. Well done. Paris. And now I need a noun. Another person, place, or thing. As I continue to clean up the mess I made. David's house, said Ty. Thank you, Ty. No, actually not thank you, because you made this mess over here. It's disgusting. David's house. And now I need an adjective. Really heavy on it. We're only halfway through. Let's pick up the pace. I need an adjective here. Anyone? Rowan said testicle. It's not that funny at all. Famous said my tie, but unfortunately my tie. And not your tie. It's not an adjective. Gauche, said Aaron. Brava. Gauche. We need another noun. Let me just pick another one. I'll pick one off this list here. Lime, said Carla. Very apropos. Lime. I need another fucking adjective. Moist. Do we want moist? Do we like moist? Let's put moist. And now we need a verb ending in ing, like running, standing, smelling, shouting. This is a good way to learn. Maybe I should transition this show into teaching for kids, make it educational. Dave said effing, and I don't like that at all. So I'm going to take Sean's, and Sean said frothing. That was very, very rude, Dave. You're in a very uncouth mood today. I need another adjective, for shit's sake. Dear Lord, can somebody give me another adjective? When you see, watch the cat, and when you see one of what you wanted to write, then you stop writing. Need another adjective. Only another blue, said Carla. Very on brand here. I need a number. I'm going to pick a number. I'm going to say 7 because what the hell? I need a type of food. A type of food. We surveyed 100 men, and they named a type of food. Not gregarious, not 69. Brody's getting very educational. Dave said cheesecake. A little on brand for the Golden Girls. Cheesecake. We need another noun. Cobb salad. You know what? Cobb salad is a noun. Forgot about that. We need another adjective. Pez is not an adjective. Come on, boys and girls. Let's get this shit together. I'm sitting here all day. This is ridiculous. Filthy. Rowan says filthy. That's certainly how I feel. Filthy. We need a verb. Almost done. It's too big. Jessamyn's not here. She likes words. Real wordsmithess. Itchy. That's not a verb. Rob, that's not a verb. Vault. Sean said vault. Vault. And finally, we need a noun. Karen. Okay. All right. Let us begin. I don't know if it'll be filthy. I don't know if it'll be dirty like the Limericks, but it'll certainly be mad. Welcome to Shady Pines. Are you looking for a place for your sticky mother to live out her remaining years? Shady Pines Retirement Home provides the most comfortable and shady environment you will find, and it is sure to please even the most particular of pens. Our doctors and nurses, the word we picked is doctors, and the sentences are doctors and nurses, so well done. Our doctors and nurses are the most lumpy you will find in Paris. They provide round-the-David's house care for all of your gauche residents. Each room is furnished with a lime-sized bed, moist lighting, and hot and cold frothing water. Hot and cold frothing water. Blue meals are served 7 times a day, including our famous cheesecake parmesan and chicken pot Cobb salad. We even have a filthy garden where our residents can vault in the fresh air. Shady Pines guarantee your mother a home surrounded by Karen and tranquility. Well, Ty, that was a useless gift. Oh, I'm going to have to sell this pest center now. Try to make my money back. Dear Lord. Well, Bill said that's very exciting. Dave said moist lighting. Oh, yeah. If you have a romp, sometimes at the end, you look at your lamp and it's covered with moisture. Texas High Flyer said, those libs sure were mad. Aaron said, I love a filthy garden. Who doesn't? Rowan says, chicken pot, Cobb salad, gimme. Sean said, I thought that was fun. Ty is apologizing. I'm just going to go back to ignoring her. Bill said, isn't this the same way they scripted the Tom Selleck reverse mortgage commercial? I believe so. Guess who I am? You ready? Look. This isn't my first rodeo. And I know something else. This is hard. I loved it so much. Nail said, my garden isn't large enough for vaulting, so it's not dirty enough. Here we go. I'll try to get some good. Here we go. This is about zoophilia. So my apologies in advance, because I believe it's illegal in most of the locations where all of you are. There was an old holster named Rains. possessed of more bollocks than brains. He stood on a stool to bugger a mule and got kicked in the balls for his pains. That's not bad. If you like animals, what are you going to do? Let me see if I can find another one here. There was a doughty Norwegian who enlivened the French Foreign Legion. But his brothers in arms who succumbed to his charms all got clap in their hintermost region. They got an anal sexually transmitted disease because he was fucking in the Navy or something. I'm not quite sure. Ty Six is just trying to be nice to me. Well, I'm not going to answer that. Dave said, what's the best Tom Selleck film? Well, Three Men and a Baby, is it not? I can nary think of a better performance, especially next to Steve Guttenberg. Sean said, I absolutely crack up at the Tom Selleck commercials now. I see them like once a day. I always have CNN on when I'm not watching TV. If there's not anything to watch, I'll have it on. And then I'll just hear, look. And what? Why is he so out of breath in the beginning of that commercial? It's like he just went for a jog and they were like, stop and film this first. Val said, my favorite time of the evening, limerick time, yiffing time. Karen said, I hope you're okay. Ty is very upset. Rowan said, Ty, you'll learn eventually, I suppose. Nail said, please skip the animal section. Val said, thanks for clarifying. Oh, you're in the Navy? You're in the Navy. That's not the song at all. Dave said, don't ask, don't tell. Danny said, well, this is an interesting time to arrive. Danny, you've missed 3 hours worth of programming in 30 minutes. Famous Among the Barn says, which wrestlers would have made the best New York City club kids, like in the movie Party Monsters? Again, I'm going to go with Dalton, Matt Taven, me, and Colin Delaney. And maybe Keith Hott from Pittsburgh. He's an adorable fella. Geez, that word, RJ says. Clint. Ty says, Rowan Elijah, I've learned quickly that he's only mean to the ones he likes. That is so not true. I've definitely been mean to mean people before. Nail says, you're in your element tonight because you've started off with a good healing. You had a good old-fashioned rogering. I'll say, RJ City, give them a good healing. I'll say this man came over here, and he was one of those professional wrestlers. One of those, this sounds very good. One of those. And he gave him quite a good healing. And I said, good healing, young man. It was frightfully good healing. Frightfully good. Dave said, you can always tell how popular a show is by the quality of the commercials. That's true. But I feel like these reverse mortgages are such a scam. They must have a lot of money. Bill said, my friend hates Tom Selleck. He used to watch Wonder Woman every week when he was a kid. Then one week they replaced it with Magnum P.I. So he hates Tom Selleck. Trivia time. Can anyone tell me? It's just, I don't know why it's in my head. Who voiced Kit, the car in Knight Rider? Danny was making tea for their throat. And good, put some honey in it. Sabrina said she wore her Dalton shirt today. Well, isn't that fancy? Danny said, looks like I'll just have to replay. Yes, you will. Dave said, do you think that there's a female version of RJ out there in the universe? Yeah, but I can't imagine she's having a good time. Frightfully good healing, said the Mr. Herb. Nails is crying, laughing. Clint said, I think you're good at that old man British accent. Nails, Danny said, reverse mortgages are a scam. Dave said, Mr. Feeney. That's correct. William Daniels was the voice of Kit, the car in Knight Rider, and he went on to play Mr. Feeney. Famous Among the Barn said, best John Waters film. I would have to say, Hairspray. If we're just going by a film, I would say that. Although I love Pink Flamingos. Pink Flamingos was just opened a lot of doors for me. And then everything else kind of feels the same. All of his other films kind of feel the same to me, other than those two. Hunter R said, I think Kit was voiced by Michelle Obama. Close. Tabby said, Daniel Craig. No, that's not right. Is it really Mr. Feeney, said Courtney? Yes, it is. Not Craig Daniels, William Daniels. No, yes, he was on St. Elsewhere. Yes, Tabby said William Daniels. Thank you. Grant said, which one of these Canadians would win in a knife fight? Rick Moranis or Martin Short? Well, Rick Moranis wouldn't show up. And then Martin would be like, this is stupid. And then Rick would stab him from behind. Neil said, I hate people who have caravans because when I was little, my best friend went to the caravan every weekend and couldn't hang out with me. I've never gotten over it. I think your friend was part of a cult. Welcome to the caravan. Nails said, Dave said, trivia bonus. The voice of Carr, Kit's enemy, was voiced by Peter Cullen, who voiced Optimus Prime in Transformers. Well done, Dave. Bravo. Grant said, Rick. Oh, we did that already. Blue Meanie said, I loved Serial Mom and Lust in the Dust. Well, wouldn't you? Serial Mom was good. Speaking of John Waters, I'm going to have a nice sip of my Limericks Lake. Who a lot of people forget was Edna, what was her name? Edna Turnblad in The Wonderful Hairspray. I saw Hairspray on Broadway with Harvey Fierstein, and I thought he was delightful. And then I saw Little Shop of Horrors on Broadway with Joey Fatone Seymour, and it was not as good. Clint said, how's your own animation coming along with your voice acting? Well, those animations aren't mine. Solus Animation animates them. They're fantastic. I record the voices blindly. I wrote them all in the sense like all those lines are mine. I kind of have an idea what I want. The first two, the Hulk Hogan one and the DX one, were old promos of mine. And they took the audio from them and animated around them. And then the Andre the Giant one, I wrote specifically for them. Because I thought I didn't need another one. And there is another one. I don't know if they'll work on it. Probably not. Because it's too old to be well animated like Andre or something. But if they would like to do more, I'm sure I could think of a few more. Roman said, I love the music in Hairspray. Screams, good morning, Baltimore. I forgot how that goes. I only remember the motion in the ocean. Andrew is quite partial to Crybaby. Neil said, RJ would make a good Kit. Val said, Crybaby and Hairspray are great. Tracy Turnblad, not Edna. Sorry. Edna's the mother. Sabrina said, what was the first movie that made you cry? My Girl, when I was a kid. And the boy died. Macaulay Culkin died in it. Right there. Oh, what was the last movie that made me cry? Probably the Charles Nelson Riley one-man show. But the first one was My Girl. So that's quite a spectrum. Neil said, Optimus Prime is quite scary, but not as scary as Ed 209 from RoboCop. They're all frightening. Hal 2000 is terrifying too. Courtney said, before she turned into a weird anti-doctor childbirth person. Oh, she's talking about Ricky Lake. Oh, that makes me upset. That makes me not want to have my drink. Famous said, would Divine have made a good wrestler? Absolutely. Oh my God. She's basically doing that in her movie. Talk about a good old-fashioned healing. Dave said, we need an RJ cereal. Not sure what it would consist of, though. Let me deal with the mugs for 2 seconds, Dave. Will you please? I just announced the mugs. I put out a copious amount of different designed shirts. I put a lot of thought into them. Now I got the mug. People have been asking for the mug for months, if not years. And now you want this as cereal. Email the Post people. Email Fred Kellogg. Grant said, what about Ricky Lake and Crybaby? We're doing this. People like Crybaby. Divine would whip. Oh, Lord, I lost it. Where did you go? Where did you go, lady? Courtney said Divine would whip anyone's butt. That's for sure. Bill said, you would be an awesome voice actor. Would be a great interim career until the pandemic is over. I have to put together a voice reel. I believe this is my interim career. Hunter said, an RJ cereal will be called Oops, Just Bran Flakes. I think it would be called RJ City's This is Bland. And I would talk about how I went out of my way to make it as bland as possible. Neil said, I want you to do I want you to show the Austin 316 verse. Oh, do you mean for my cartoon? Yes, that's a good one. Courtney said, bran flakes are good and basic, inoffensive. I remember Phil Hartman's SNL commercial, the wonderful colon blow. Tabby said, which talk show host, daytime or night, would make the best wrestling manager? I think Regis would have made a great manager. He had an affinity for being bombastic. And he loved having Freddie Blassie on the show. So I would say him. Nail said he can't see without his glasses. See, I take them off and I got nothing. Roman said the bees too soon. He needs his glass. I see what you're talking about. You're trying to make me cry again. Carla said that movie made me terrified of bees forever, as you should be. Janessa lost my glasses. Thank you. Clint said, if the movie studio invited you to join for voice acting, you might get famous one day. Gee, that's a good idea. Thank you. Oh boy, I'm going to take $500 and go to Hollywood. Ty said, I saw Harvey Fierstein in Hairspray also sat front row center 2008. Well, Ty, aren't you special? I saw Spam-A-Lot with Tim Curry, and he came out there, and the expression on his face said to me, I'm Tim Curry. And then I tuned out. I didn't like it. Dave said, I just want to say, rest in peace, Kelly Preston. Aw, she was great in Space Camp, and her nude scene in Mischief. Okay, got me through puberty. Well, a meaningful person for you. Aaron said, oh no, did the Kick shirt get taken off your shop? It should be there. People have purchased it. Keep it. Sometimes that site gets weird as they update stuff, especially since they added a new section to my page. So I feel like it should still be there. I don't see why it wouldn't be. So it may be the website's fault. Stay the course. If you're trying it on your phone, sometimes the phone site's different than the website too. It's a pain in the ass. Just please let me know if you can't find it. I like that one too. Courtney said she wants a mug. Well, Courtney, go to prowrestlingtees.com/RJCity and click on accessories. And I will tweet out. I'm not going to tweet out. I'll tweet out the information tomorrow. I'll post in the community section tonight. Sabrina said, do you actually wear glasses or do you have perfect vision? I have perfect vision because there's no lenses in these. So I don't have the need. I got these glasses once because my dear friend Nug had a comedy show, and it was a smorgasbord of various old game shows, and the idea was he'd have 3 celebrity panelists as judges, but they would be comedians playing celebrities. And a friend of mine was B. Arthur, another was John Oates from Hall & Oates, and I was Charles Nelson Riley, and I took it so seriously. And I got the wig and the ascot and the pipe. I don't even know where my pipe is anymore. I still find my pipe. And these glasses. And I found them again. And I thought, by Jove, this would be good. Sean said, wait, you got the mug? Yes. If you just tuned in, if you totally missed this, I now have mugs with my face on them. Very exciting design. ProWrestlingTees.com/RJCity. Click on accessories. Get yourself a mug. Nail said, make a call to a bigwig. Danny said, well, Post Cereal is making a lot of weird cereals, so there's a chance. When are there going to be RJ City branded alarm clocks? Just play. It's just that ringtone of me saying, hello, I'm Shelley Duvall. Nail said, RJ, you should get a job in a thrift store. I kind of had one because I did so much work with Value Village. On YouTube, if you type in CBC Value Village, there should be like 3 or 4 videos come up. I did like branded content for them, which they just let me run around their store and do stuff with their clothes and weird stuff. It was real. They were very incredibly hands-off, and it was great. Famous Among the Barn said, didn't mention the bees, damn it. He needs his glasses, I see. Sean said, Regis as a wrestling manager is a such phenomenal take. Holy crap. Tabby said, the bee movie made me terrified of bees forever. Yeah, because Jerry Seinfeld's a bee, and he has sex with, I think, Michelle Pfeiffer? Meg Ryan? I can't remember. One of them. Carla said, I got refunded the Kick shirt. That's so weird. That's so weird. Let me look it up. Let me email them and see what's going on. That's horrible. I'll get on that. Bill said, didn't Freddie Blassie break Regis's finger on one of his shows? I think that was a work, Bill. I think they were good friends. I heard they were good friends. I heard that Freddie Blassie really gave Regis a boost. In television and radio, Freddie Blassie would come on and cause a stir, and it would do great numbers for him. Neil said, I actually bet it's very hard to make RJ cry now. Yeah, it's incredibly, incredibly difficult. Tabby said, I'm not a fan of Tim Curry. Too spicy for me. Well, isn't that clever? I'm a big fan of Bob Cumin. Hunter said, if you want to make RJ cry, just make him take a bump. That's mean. Jack said, I do need some chores. I do need to do some chores around my cottage here. Dishes and meal prep for the week, so I'm listening in the background. That's the best way to do it. There's nothing visual. It's just a silly man in a kimono with a cigar and this thing that's spilled. I'm just doing that to make gifts. Nail said, is there a nude movie scene on VHS that you used to pause a lot when you were younger? Yes. Monty Python's The Meaning of Life. There was an explicit sex scene where John Cleese is a teacher, a sex ed teacher, and he brings his wife into the classroom and he pulls out this bed and has sex with her. It was like the craziest thing I've ever seen. It wasn't even that funny. It was just like, Bill said, I'm waiting for you and David to create your version of breakfast with Blassie is what you're thinking about. Not dinner. You're thinking my dinner with Andre and my breakfast with Blassie. Yeah, we just haven't filmed it. Danny said, perfectly good vision. Must be nice. Oh, relax. My eyes and everything will go one day, such as age, as I prepare myself for my birthday. Carla said, I made an order of RJ City shirts, and that was the one they emailed me about. That's weird. I'm going to look it up. Clint said, you want to go to the Hollywood or in the ring? It depends who's paying me the most money. Sabrina said, I was at that comedy show. You poor girl. RJ said, Hunter said, we know what Snatch Game is, RJ. Well, thank you. Ty said, oh yeah, RJ said you should check everyone's phone backgrounds. Make sure it's your wallpaper. Yes, dear fan made a wallpaper for me. It was adorable. I love it. Aaron said, I bought a ring light and now I'm too self-conscious to use it after you roasted that guy for being able to see it in his glasses. Well, you know what you really should do, Aaron, and this is kind of elementary stuff, and this is why most people who are wearing glasses on TV either don't have lenses or they have something sprayed on them so there's no glare. Just angle your ring light. Either soften it or tilt your head in such a way that it's directly in between and not too far away. Because if you look, at some point you'll invariably see, look, if I look up, you can see it in obviously my eyes. But if you're so far away, then it'll show up here. Just angle it a little. And the other option is to get maybe a little key light. Sometimes I have a key light to just hit that so it won't, there's ways to do it. Don't be self-conscious. Use your ingenuity, Aaron. You can do this. I'm proud of you. Where did I go? I lost everyone now. Sometimes the thing just like jumps. Stay the course. Dave said, Rowan said, that was my Value Village. I'm pretty sure you were so ill-behaved. They let me do everything and the store is open the whole time, which is amazing. Dave said, this chat is basically RJ's talent agents. Nail said, I was being sarcastic. I made 1 million thrift store RJ gifts today. Oh, yeah. Funny. Thank you. Bill said that Value Village skit was hilarious. It was filmed for CBC. What was that a part of? Well, after I did Cynical Crafter, I guess I was halfway through Cynical Crafter. No, I wasn't fully done it. But we would do Cynical Crafter, like we would film 4 at once, and then we would edit them, and they took a while to come out. So in between stuff, they did branded content, which is basically CBC or Value Village paid for the production of everything and paid CBC and me, and they just slapped their logo on basically me writing a sketch. And the first one was a little more of a commercial in the sense that I went through their store and talked about that process and blah, blah, blah. But the next 3, we went to Anne Kaplan's house, who was from the Real Housewives of Toronto. She lived next to Drake. She has this huge house, and I went through her closet and found all her clothes to take to Value Village. We did another one, which is probably my favorite. It was like a parody of Antiques Roadshow, but it was just me and a bunch of kids. And I took these odd items from Value Village and lied about them and told the kids that they were really priceless things and different things than they were. I enjoyed that one. These are all on YouTube. And the last one I did was my own, I guess, homage to Supermarket Sweep. It was called Dress 'Em Up. And it was me and 2 of my comedian friends, Alice Moran, who's an actress, and Rocky Mozaria, who's also an actress, comedian, whatever. And they had to run around Value Village, and they had to dress a mannequin. They had to bring back clothes and a set, dress a mannequin at a table. But we filmed it real as like a real thing. They actually did dress these things, but I was all bullshit in between. And I got the telescoping CBC mic, which we had to return because it was on loan. So it was that's what if it was a part of Bill. So basically a part of nothing. Hunter said, not working for someone until Karen screams at you for something outside of your power. Carla said, fight the power. Thank you. Mingalia Memory Delay. I never pronounce your name well. I'm so sorry. Shit. Sorry I'm late. Watched AEW, then got wrapped up in America's Got Talent. Big Howie Mandel fan, are you? Big Bobby's World person. Rowan said, talking about CBC makes me miss Cynical Crafter. Yeah, well, whatever. We made a lot considering how incredibly stupid it was. And it was on a real CBC. It wasn't even on CBC Comedy. It was on CBC Life, which was like their lifestyle crafts, food, things of that nature kind of thing. And then there was this schmuck in a tank top doing basically whatever he wanted. Cactus Kelly said Komodo and Ascot next week. I don't even know if I have an ascot. I don't know if maybe I just tie it. You know what I mean? Oh, Karen's leaving. Goodbye, Karen. Coffee time is over. That's not the emoji to use. You're not having coffee now. You're going to bed. Good night, Karen. Sabrina said, I also bought that Kick shirt, but I didn't get a refund. Well, Sabrina's got a Kick shirt coming to her. That's so weird. Famous said, did you say you think Tommy Wiseau's The Room was a work? Yeah, I think it was bullshit. I think he knew what he was doing, and he just kept going with it at that point. I don't think he's very good in a bad way. I'm trying to think of a good bad movie. I really can't. I like good movies, and I just like bad movies. Not so bad it's good movies. Nail said, I think this is visual. We should probably mute you. That's a good idea. Carla remembers the sex occasion. Oh my God, I'm so behind in the chat. All right, let me. Famous Among the Barns does a wonderful John Cleese quote. Why not start with a kiss, boy? How about a kiss? Courtney says, as a young person, I would pause the Cinemax fuzz. I'm outing myself as an older person here. We've all been there. Static and a saxophone. Hunter said, what is that Tommy Wiseau quote where he's like, comedy would be if people are having a conversation and someone says, what are you talking about? And they respond with, what are you talking about? And who could forget that? Let me move ahead here. Blue Meanie said, I'm sorry, I'm trying to catch up, everyone. Blue Meanie said, have you ever done one of those over-the-top Canadian PSAs? You mean the Canadian Heritage moments? No, but I love them all. And I think they're actually doing more. When James Adomian was here, he did a show at Comedy Bar. We showed him all. He was like, do they? Because he was asking about them. He's like, do Canadians know about their history? And we told him about that. He's like, what the hell are these? And then we watched them backstage. And he was blown away that they weren't parodies, that they were real. Any Canadian person knows what I'm talking about. Canadians, if you're unfamiliar, Canadians know so little about their history that the Canadian government put out basically, I feel like I'm so far away. They put out commercials telling the story of great moments in Canadian history, like a Canadian invented basketball. And he was like, why don't we put a peach basket up there? And maybe we'll cut a hole in the bottom. Like that kind of thing. They were my favorites. Omar said Gremlins was Howie's best performance. Nail said, are you still in touch with the abominable snowman from Crafter? You know, I am not, but I would assume that entire costume's still in storage. And the only reason he came back twice is because the first time we used the abominable snowman, his costume was so expensive that I felt bad. And I was like, we need to use it again. Cactus Kelly said, favorite episode of today's special? The one where he dances. Sean said, I haven't watched Cynical Crafter yet, but the way you just described it makes me want to watch them even more. That sounds like a fulfilling kind of creative freedom. It really was. The only instructions was that it has to be based on a real craft. That was it. At some point, they had to take away something real from this. So if you type in Cynical Crafter, there's like 25 episodes. I would play them all chronologically because there is a storyline arc. Sorry. Canadian Heritage Moment, said Omar. I'm learning so much. Courtney does not understand the emojis on this. That's because they are the channel members. If you join the channel, there's a join button at the bottom. You get all these weird custom emojis. My deepest apologies. Miss Meany said he means the super violent, crazy domestic violence Canadian PSAs. Oh my God. I saw those a while ago. Somebody made a supercut of them. I never saw those when I was a kid. And I saw some weird stuff. Meaning they used to have these puppets sing this song called "Don't you put it in your mouth, don't you put it in your mouth. If it's not enough to eat, it's not enough to eat. It's not enough to food. It's not like a food, like a muffin or a beet." Type in "Don't put it in your mouth," and this song will come up. And that's what I listened to as a kid. Tabby said, "Hinterland, Who's Who, and Body Break, the best television ever made." We also had nature commercials, and we had these fitness commercials. Canadian public television was really messed up. Sean said, "That's not true. The guy who invented basketball was from Massachusetts." I say poppycock, according to these commercials. Andrea said, "This is becoming dinner theater for me. I've been eating dinner to After Dark every week, 10 out of 10. I do recommend, depending on the lyric, and some good old-fashioned healing. Before I have my main course, which is a rump roast, I like a good old-fashioned healing." Rowan said, "Fly? No, but it can leap over tall buildings. Both of you know." What? I can't read a word. "Burnt toast. Dr. Pennifield, I smell burnt toast." I think it means the village, the people. Rowan, those. Okay, so Rowan just wrote all quotes from Canadian heritage moments. Oh, there was one about the guys who invented Superman who were Canadian. And he's like, "Look, I'm telling you, it's a guy in a cape." And they're like, "It's a cape. It's the silliest thing I've ever heard." And then it's like, this guy went on to write Superman. Famous Song in the Barn said, "Everything I know about Canada, I learned from Martin Short's O Canada film at Epcot," which last time I was there, nobody would sit with me and watch it. And that really bothers me. It's a long film. Nobody wants to waste 40 minutes in the movie theater at Epcot. Nails said, "I have the playlist saved, I'm sure. I'll send it, Sean." Thank you, Nails. Sean Flagstaff is now emoji spamming, and those are all the emojis you can use of mine, and they're delightful. Hunter said, where did I go? "Also, I did my one genuine non-bitchy question of the Scream, and it got skipped over while catching up. Way to go. Oh my God. Ask it again. Ask it again, Hunter. Please, please, please. I'll answer it. I promise." Aaron said, "That robot PSA where its arm gets chopped off. I can regrow my arm. You can't." Yeah, Meanie. They also had robot to teach kids about like danger. Getting your arm chopped off is a big concern, I guess. Oh my God, Tabby remembers the other one. "Drugs, drugs, drugs. Which are good, which are bad. Drugs, drugs, drugs. Ask your mom, ask your dad." The Meanie family has a lot of YouTubing to do tonight. Nails wants that playlist too. Danny said, "I don't want to search." Where's this question? I'm waiting for this question now. Please write it again. I'm so sorry. Ashar, said Bill. Astar was the name of the robot. Dear Lord. Courtney says, "Good night. I'm going to try to join the channel and also buy a mug." That is so sweet of you, Courtney. Go get him. I'm so proud of you. Famous said, "Martin Short also provided my sex ed with the making of me at Epcot." That I've never seen. I need to look that up tonight. Rowan said, "Nope." James, oh, look at Courtney with a lovely mint tribute. She figured out how to join the channel. It's easy. I'm so proud of you. That's so, so sweet. Thank you. My apologies in advance. This isn't a cult, but it kind of is. So, like, whatever. James Naismith, says Rowan, was Canadian and invented basketball the year he moved to Massachusetts. So it was invented in Massachusetts, but by a Canadian, because nobody plays sports in Canada. Ty said there was a drugs video. Oh, you missing out, Ty. Rowan, where's Hunter? Can I go back and find Hunter's question? I feel so bad now. I'm sorry, Hunter. I'm gonna go all the way back. Now I feel terrible. Hunter said, "Oh no. There was so much going on here." Hunter said, "Oh. How did you get into doing comedy? In my city, it's basically all just English majors from the local college, and there's no ins outside of that." Well, I was always doing it. I went to improv classes since I was a young boy, doing theater and things of that nature. Always, since I was a little boy. Since maybe, I don't know, grade 4 or something. So that was always going on. In high school, I went to a specialized dramatic arts school. So we did pretty much every kind of theater. We also did stand-up and sketch and writing our own stuff. Blah, blah, blah. And then when I was going to university is kind of when I started to get more into wrestling in terms of doing it. So I put that other stuff on the back burner. Then as I was finishing university and stuff, I ended up getting splat a lot. And then I started acting more and Monster Brawl and doing movies and stuff. And then I was still wrestling. And then someone, the writer of Splat-A-Lot, her name was Lisa Brooke. she's really good friends with Nug, who I had not known at that time. And he was a wrestling fan. So she brought him to a wrestling show and we met and we hit it off and we kind of did this weird job swap where I followed him back into the comedy scene, which I was really unfamiliar with. And I started taking more classes locally and it turned into stuff at Comedy Bar and Bad Dog Theater and things of that nature. And he became the host of Aftermath, which is on after Monday Night Raw on Sportsnet 360 here with Santino Marella and Jimmy Corderas. And he does some managing and ring announcing at indie shows and stuff. So we did this weird, like, Freaky Friday thing, and I think it worked out. Hunter, I hope that answered your question, damn it. Courtney, how are you enjoying it so far? Sabrina said, well, it's been fun. Good night, schmuck. Thank you, Sabrina. Bill said, favorite SCTV skit, since we're all on Canadiana now, probably the Merv Griffin show where he does a parody of Space Odyssey. Yes. 2001. He does that and a parody of it's Star Wars and Star Trek and Close Encounters of the Third Kind all at the same time. I do really, really love as an episode. I love the parody CBC episode of SCTV. It's still relevant. Like the jokes are still just as good. I love also everything with Bobby Bittman and Jackie Rogers Jr. are my favorite ones too. And I also love the commercials. The little commercials were great to me. And then Dr. Tongue did some amazing stuff. Count Floyd did some amazing stuff. I feel like I will just end up really, really rambling about this. But anything later, I like the later stuff, the SCTV Network 90 stuff. That was my favorite. Well, how's everyone doing? I hope, Hunter, maybe you can find this at some point. At least you'll know that I went. Oh, there you are, Hunter. Where the chat keeps just skipping over your name. Yes, Hunter, I answered your question. I hope you're disappointed. Ty said, Courtney, this is definitely a cult welcome. Please drink the Kool-Aid. And here it is now. Oh, God, this cigar is molting now. And Neil said, buy a mug for your cult Kool-Aid. Yeah, it wasn't a suggestion at all. Ty said, yes, buy a mug for your cult aid. Bill said, was also curious as to what comedy clubs you want to perform at or be a part of, like Second City. Second City's fun. I've done some little stuff with them in their orbit. And a lot of people, when they're not working at Second City, they show up at Comedy Bar and stuff like that. I would love to do that. I would love to see the Groundlings. I would like to hit different comedy clubs in different places. I loved doing comedy in Buffalo with McFoley. I did it in Pittsburgh before, too. It's a lot of fun. And stuff like that. I would just like to get out more and do it different weird places. That's a nice part. You don't need that many people. You know, it's not like an indie show where like 30 isn't that bad. You can still have a good club with like 30 people. You can make it tight and nice. Clint said, bye now, RJ. I'm going to cook something. All right, fuck. Vanessa on the Barn said, oh, improv classes. Now let's all do the yes and. Tabby said, Aftermath used to have Renee Paquette, better known to Americans as Renee Young. Yes, and it also used to have Arda Ocal, better known as Kyle Edwards. Oh God, I missed so much shit. I have done so much talking today. Nails loves Canadians. Famous said Upright Citizens Brigade, fan or not, I am. My favorite show of theirs was Stella. Rowan says, famous, flashbacks to Randolph School of the Arts. Improv class, it was my Vietnam. Was there a scandal involved? Bill said those were hilarious. Love the local station feel. Love when they had ratings wars. Yes, their Sweeps Week episode is great. Cactus Kelly said this isn't a cult, but if it was, what flavor of Kool-Aid would you have? Blue? Is there a blue? I like blue. It tastes like blue. Sabrina said, I just checked your pro wrestling teasing. Yeah, your kick shirt isn't there anymore. Weird. I will email them. Carla said the SCTV Grapes of Wrath parody is still an important part of my comedy oeuvre. That's an early one, but it is a good one. Sean said, my paycheck will be deposited imminently, and once it is, I've got a pro wrestling tees cart with a mug ready to check out. I know there's a lot of cognitive dissonance having to buy a mug from a shirt that specifically said pro wrestling tees, but I trust you, it's there. Neil said, tonight flew while I'm still shocked at Ty's note being torn up. Yeah, I hit the ground running. Hunter said, I'm super disappointed, but the good news is I'll never underestimate you again. Thank you, Hunter. Cactus Kelly said, famous among the barns. I think about ass pennies often. Well, we'll let that go. Minalia Memory Lane said, so yeah, a follow-up episode from a follow-up from City After Dark last week. I watched The Masked Saint, the movie I was in with Roddy Piper. Good movie. I disagree. The guy who played the Reaper was a beast. Is he on the indies? He used to wrestle. I think he was signed to perhaps OVW, but he's primarily an actor. His name's James Preston Rogers. He's been in a bunch of series, like one with Jason Momoa, one about Vikings and stuff. James Preston Rogers. He's a great guy. He was great in that movie. I was also in that pilot Body Slam with him, which is on YouTube. Also has Roddy Piper in it. So that was a weird reunion that nobody asked for. Ty wants a limerick to end the stream. And since she asked, she got these gifts. I feel indebted. We did this one already. Oh, there was a young man of St. Paul's, possessed the most useless of balls, till at last at the Strand he managed a stand and tossed himself off in the stalls. See, I don't get that. Okay, let's do this one. There was a young fellow named Rummy who delighted in whipping his dummy. What a great euphemism for masturbation that is. Let me start again. There was a young fellow named Rummy who delighted in whipping his dummy. He played pocket pool with his happy old tool till his shorts and his pants were all cummy. Well, you can't do better than that. And I have to sign off. Thank you, everybody, for the gifts, Ty, and for ruining my evening. Thank you, everybody who bought a mug and who is buying a mug. I'll send you a horrible email, I'm sure. My apologies to everyone for pretty much everything I've done. I will see you all at some point. Good night, and God bless.